Yeah, that's my little brother Mikey, older brother Tommy, mom and dad right there. All right, next slide. All right, so relationships and dealing with conflict. Relationship is a connection between two people who devote their time and feelings towards one another. With many relationships comes conflict. It's how you perceive and go about dealing with conflict that separates those who stay together and those who don't. So in a relationship, it's a two-way street. It can never just be one-sided. It takes two. It's a mutual thing in order to make a relationship work. What goes around comes around. I believe in karma. So if one person's putting in, a lot of effort and time into a relationship, and the other person's not, it's unfair towards that, towards the one person. Yeah, relationships are tough, but if you want to grow as a couple, you have to learn to deal with conflict. Next slide. All right, so these are the concepts. So the build-up. Emotional residues is the first concept we'll be talking about. This is when there are noticeable issues within a relationship or conflict, referred to as carpet stains. This is basically the part of the argument or conflict where there's frustration, rage, and the desire to change occurs. The second concept I'll talk about is the initiation phase, and this is when the conflict becomes overt and known that there's a clear disagreement amongst two partners. This ignites the conflict where each side then feels the need to plead their case even stronger, and typically this is where the conflict or the argument builds up and reaches its climax. The climax. Kind of a tough word, schismogenesis. This is the escalation process of the conflict where generally the conflict gets out of hand and cannot be cured. This typically occurs when the couple's behavior and tempers intensify, causing the others to reciprocate. The escalation process is tough to overcome because you realize you've let your emotions interfere with the conflict. In other words, you've let the conflict control you. This leads us to our next concept, and that is power and power abuse. That is the ability to influence or control the argument, contributing to a harmful conflict when one perceives it as threatening. Power isn't always necessarily a bad thing, but it's where one influences the conflict. Where influencing the conflict at times is needed, but the abuse of power and the content I'm using it in isn't healthy, where one tries to dominate the other, controlling his or her thoughts, causing the victim to give in and abandon their original viewpoint. And then the resolution. Stopping. Stopping is the ability for both partners to take a step back and see where they have gotten in the argument, giving them time to refresh their thoughts and calm their emotions, also referred to as taking a time out. This allows both partners involved to excuse themselves for however long they feel is necessary, allowing them to cool down and dissect the argument, giving them a clear mind on the situation. It's important to let the other person know that you are not abandoning the situation and that you will return. And the last concept I'll talk about is the mediator. And no. Here, Tommy, help me. Yeah. Click all the way back. Right. Keep going. Oh. Sorry about that, Professor Perez. Come on now.
Just click on that.
One more. There you go. All right. The mediator is a neutral third party who is willing to get involved in the conflict without actually expressing any sort of decision or power over the situation. This helps shift the conflict from a personal affair to a social concern, allowing both parties to look at it from a moral perspective opposed from a personal one. So now that I've explained all of the concepts, I got a little bit of a game going on here that I could try to show you as well as possible. So these are the words right here, and I'm going to hand each of you guys the definitions on a piece of paper. So what I got right here is a relationship conflict that goes on. It's basically a couple that is out at like a bar or a club and they have a little bit of a conflict. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is you guys are going to take the one off top or shuffle them first. One of you guys shuffle them, and then just whichever one is on top, you guys are gonna read it, and then based off of the definition I provided you with, you guys are gonna try to match it up to the corresponding words over here on the left side. So you can take one off the top. What was the same one?
G.
G, yeah, G is girlfriend.
Oh.
Girlfriend and boyfriend.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend says,
Well, how else am I supposed to react? Get off my case. I'm just enjoying myself. Boyfriend. Why are you acting like this? I asked you a simple question and you're giving me all this attitude. Girlfriend. Because I didn't do anything wrong. Stop asking me stupid questions.
Okay, so based off of the concepts, the key terms that I've given you guys in front of you, what would you guys say that is?
Say initiation phase.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. That one there.
By the way, it says it on the back, so keep it
oops,
down.
okay.
Keep it down.
Oh, I
The
could've
answer's
been
on the
cheating.
back.
Yeah.
I say 2.
2.
Initiation phase.
Okay. So you guys can put it right here.
Okay.
Take the next one. What does it say, Mike?
Boyfriend, you were dancing a little close to that guy over there. What was that all about? Girlfriend, no, I wasn't. I was by myself the whole time, minding my own business. What are you even talking about? Boyfriend, why do you have to set all offend?
Why do you have to sound all offensive? Or
Why do
give
you
a-
have to sound all offended and say it like that? Jeez.
That might actually be initiation
I actually
phase.
think
and
this is here.
No, I think this one might be schismogenesis.
Schismogenesis.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Are we allowed to swap them as we go?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hold it down.
I mean, I made up this activity, so
You did good.
rules are free.
Boyfriend, there you go again, always trying to justify why you're right. You always do this. It's so annoying. Why can't you accept when you're wrong? You're making girlfriend, you're making me feel so bad. Boyfriend, well, you deserve it. Every time we go out, you always pull some sort of you always pull some sort of problem out of nowhere and then try and act like you did nothing wrong.
That's 4.
Power.
Yeah, power.
Yeah.
He's trying to take control.
Okay, next one.
Okay, Moran.
Dad.
Oh.
He needs his glasses.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing well to read this thing.
Old man dad over
Girlfriend.
here.
Can we talk about this later? Right now isn't the best time. Boyfriend. Are we actually going to discuss this, or are we just going to or are you just trying to ignore the situation? Girlfriend. No, of course. We will discuss the rest of this.
5.
5.
Stop
I
it.
agree. Right here.
Good stuff.
There are 3 cards.
No, that's a different. Yeah, that's one.
Boyfriend, what the hell is your problem? You could have answered that so much better than not starting some stupid argument for nothing. Girlfriend, I'm sorry to have a good time. We're out at a bar and supposed to be having a good time, and here you are ruining it always, as always.
I think that's the
Emotional residue.
that's number 3. I think that's
3?
number 3. That one. I think these 2 are the first 2 right here, like that.
Yeah, but this schismogenesis is
Yeah.
more often get
It's
out of
the
hand and can't be
escalation process
cured.
of a conflict. He kind of blew up right there.
What's that?
I think in every one of them is blowing up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's the worst one. Yeah, put that one here.
And read the last one.
Okay, the last one. 5 hours later.
Oh, 5 hours later.
Third party?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Third party. So, what's the problem? What are you guys arguing about? Boyfriend, she was dancing with another guy, or practically dancing with another guy. Girlfriend, what are you talking about? No, I wasn't. I was dancing to the music by myself while he was talking to me. Third party, do you think she'd really dance with another guy? You should know her better than that, and right in front of you too. Boyfriend, well, even if you weren't dancing with him, you guys were talking forever. Girlfriend, who cares? I'm just talking. What's wrong with that? Third party, regardless of what happened tonight, I know you two care better than this. I know you have your insecurities, but you guys need to trust each other enough to not let little things like this affect you so much.
Mediator.
Mediator?
You mean the one with third party?
All right, so let's flip it over. Let's see which
You
one's
guys want to
got
review
right.
these two?
No.
Mediator.
Got that one right.
Emotional
Yeah,
resident.
see?
Good.
Got that one right.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa!
There you
Oh,
go.
Oh no.
Good job. Pound it, everyone. Pound it.
Found it. Found it. Woo!
Yeah, boy.